New Ferrari boss will be ruthless with team orders. With Frederic Vasseur taking over as Ferrari team principal in place of Mattia Binotto, it was always inevitable that a lot of changes would be made to the team's operation, given how disastrously they squandered their chances at a title in 2022. Nonetheless, Vasseur's new stance on team orders is a very surprising revelation and will no doubt bring back memories of the outfit's frankly ruthless decisions in the past. So, without further ado, let us examine Vasseur's stance on team orders, how it will affect Ferrari, and our overall impression of him stepping up to the role. Vasseur will be much more proactive with team orders. Despite the lack of a number 1, number 2 driver arrangement, the new Ferrari team principal will hope to take more action by deploying team orders if necessary during the upcoming season. This isn't actually a fundamental shift in team policy, but under Mattia Binotto's leadership, Ferrari tended not to intervene in on-track battles between drivers in the hope that situations would resolve themselves. And when interventions were made, they were frequently late and often poorly executed. The British Grand Prix from last year is a good example. Despite the fact that Charles Leclerc was clearly faster than Carlos Sainz while battling for the lead, Ferrari allowed Lewis Hamilton to gain significant ground on the pair by not intervening in their battle for an extended period of time. Later in the race, after leaving Leclerc out under the safety car and pitting Sainz for new tyres, the Spaniard rightfully refused an order to hold station behind his much slower teammate, urging the pit wall to stop inventing. Late in the season, there were still issues, with Leclerc upset that team orders were not used at Interlagos when he was chasing Sainz for third late on and fighting for second in the World Championship. Vasseur instead has outlined a straightforward policy. This can be defined as equal equipment, equal support, and equal opportunity, with action taken in response to on-track circumstances when necessary. This is a fierce situation. It's the same everywhere. We have two very good drivers that are able to do the job, and they're going to do the job. We will still have the capacity to provide them exactly the same car and the same structure and the same support. What is clear is that the target is to win with Ferrari and for Ferrari. There will be no number 1 and number 2. If at one stage we have to take action, I will take action. It doesn't matter if it's for the one or the other, but if at one stage in the season I have to do something, I will do it. There are usually two situations in which one driver must be prioritized, for the purpose of the race result and for the purpose of the championship. To maximize the team's result in a Grand Prix, it may be necessary to order a faster driver past a slower one, or to use one car strategically to cover others. There are also times when the big-picture championship situation is critical, and it is necessary to maximize one driver's point yield over the other. No number 1 driver in Vasseur's Ferrari. Although Leclerc is widely regarded as Ferrari's leader, Sainz is a formidable competitor with an industrious work ethic that has allowed him to regularly compete alongside Leclerc. Last year, he struggled with the new rules changes to the car's characteristics, but as the season progressed, he gradually got back on track. Vasseur emphasizes that Sainz is a potential winner in his own right and that the organization has made it clear that there's no set number 1 or number 2. As he puts it, they have to do the job, and if he has to intervene for Charles or Carlos at some point, he will. He has no set formula for how and when team orders will be implemented if the driver's championship is on the line. Simply put, he has emphasized the importance of being decisive when a situation arises. It's not a matter of taking a decision in June, September. You have to take action and make a decision when it's obvious that one will be in a much better position than the other, and not before, said Vasseur when asked about the timing of choosing a driver to back. It could be 2 races before the end or before. Why Vasseur's plan makes a lot of sense. Vasseur's strategy is sound. His approach will work as long as both drivers understand the general principles of when and how team orders may be used, communications are clear, and decisions are sharp. At Sauber, team orders controversies are understandably rare, although Antonio Giovinazzi's refusal to cede to Kimi Raikkonen in Turkey 2021 cost the team a points finish. Ferrari, on the other hand, struggled with the exact issue of indecision. We would argue that the prancing horses' reluctance to act when they most needed it stemmed from the immense amount of pressure and public ridicule they faced in recent years. Vasseur, on the other hand, will not feel nearly as much pressure on his shoulders as Binotto did. And it is precisely this fresh mindset that has the potential to propel the team forward. Vasseur is convinced Ferrari have what it takes to win the championship. However, having a good mentality is only one piece of the puzzle, and if you want to win a world championship, you must have everything running smoothly. The fact remains that, in addition to losing ground on Red Bull in the development race, Ferrari struggled with engine reliability, not to mention all the strategic mistakes and occasional on-track errors that meant the team failed to win a race after the Austrian Grand Prix in July. Vasseur, however, has dismissed talk of major changes at Maranello, believing that the right ingredients are already in place for Ferrari to win again. I'm really convinced that, though my experience is limited to the last 2 weeks, we have everything to win, Vasseur said in his first media call. We have to put everything together to do a good job, but we have everything to be able to win. You can have a look at the results of the last decades that the wheel is always running, and it's just a matter of continuous improvement for me. Following Ferrari's obvious weaknesses that cost it the World Championship last year, it is clear that Vasseur has been brought on board to make changes. While the reliability, driver errors, upgrades and strategy issues that all impacted Ferrari's 2022 campaign are clear areas of focus, Vasseur has stated he will not make any radical changes for the time being. The Frenchman is clear that if he is to improve things, he must first fully understand why things happened the way they did. He argued that believing he had all the answers to Ferrari's problems on day one would be a mistake. And given that he believes Ferrari has all the right ingredients to compete for titles, it would be foolish to start meddling. Ferrari has always been a political hotspot, which means team principals are constantly juggling competing factions for their attention. Binotto did a lot to try break down some of the silos that existed before he took over, but Vasseur will want to take things a step further. And just as he believes he does not yet have the answers for what the team requires to stay on track, he's not arrived thinking he knows it all about the infrastructure. That is why he has established some crucial lines of communication, both with those who work beneath him and with those to whom he reports. His first goal was to meet as many people as possible in order to understand many aspects of the team's day-to-day activities. But there have also been discussions in other directions. He says he speaks with CEO Benedetto Vigna every day and that they have dinner 2 or 3 times per week. Vasseur also revealed that he spoke with Binotto, who helped ensure a smooth handover, and that he plans to meet with former Ferrari team boss Jean Todt in the near future. All of this points to a very mature approach, and Vasseur's new strategy may be exactly what Ferrari needs in this time of perceived weakness. With mounting pressure from both supporters and opponents of the prancing horses, it may be Vasseur who prevents the team from falling into the same pitfalls as in previous years. Nonetheless, while he has stated that no major changes will be made for the time being, he will not hesitate to take action against those who may not be working well within the team. I trust the guys in place, and that I will try to do the best for them also, and to put them in the best condition to do the job, Vasseur said. Then it will be time after a couple of weeks or months to take action if it is not working. But what are your thoughts? Will Frederic Vasseur's approach to team orders help Ferrari? Do you think the team will make progress towards actually fighting for the title this time, or will they fall to the same hurdles as before? Please let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking it and subscribing. Be sure to click the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Thanks for watching.